Hello everyone, Tin Goat here. Welcome back to the forest. And Happy New Year's. I know it's no, New Year, not New Year's. But I know it's been a while. I think my last video was a little after Christmas. And also, you probably see a lot has changed since my last video. Um, what had happened is I took the last week or so, last week and a half, and it was like shortly after New Year's. I was about ready to make another video with to continue on with the, the rock walls and the castle-like theme. And somebody ended up writing me wanting to start a new map. I still have the other one saved, just in case we decide to continue with that one. But I figured I'd give the option to you guys. If you want to continue with the old one, which we've been working on, or continue with this one. So with this one, it's still an open map, still multiplayer. Anybody can join. My YouTube name is the same as my Steam name. You can find me and you can join my game whenever you see me online, and you can start off right where you see that we're at right now, or wherever we're at the time. But since the last update, I was talking about how there was the metal tray in the plane, and I wasn't able to find the plane because I just never needed to go back to the plane. But now I have, as you see there, the red marker. That is now the end of the plane. So now whenever somebody has to respawn back in, or if I need anything, anybody else needs anything, they know where to go. That's the plane. The white marker is the katana, the new area for the katana. And then the blue marker is the modern axe, as well as, some of you might already know this, some may not. You notice the big crater that's in the middle of the map, and everybody's like, how do you get down to the bottom? One of the taskings in your notes is how to get down to the bottom. Well, I found it. As you see here, find a bottom, or find a way into the sinkhole. Not a crater, it's a sinkhole. Well, I found it. It's just a big, humongous hole with a little tiny lake in the middle. There's nothing down there. It's just a big, open area. If it wasn't such a pain to find your way in and out of that cave system, I would say that is a perfect area to build something. But there's not much lighting gets down to the bottom of it. You'd have to have lights everywhere. Skull lamps, standing fires, bonfires, you name it. It'd have to be down there in order for you to be able to see what you're doing. Another thing is, it would be a pain to build anything because the only way you could really get a vast amount of supplies down there is if you cut everything up at the top and you drop it over the edge and hope that somehow or another it would still be there, or something doesn't happen to it by the time you're able to make your way through the cave to get back to the bottom. I don't know how else there would, I don't know any other way to get down a fast, safe way. So, but anyhow, those are those three markers there. And on the other map, I had, a little camp set up. I think a little cabin, and a big platform that I was starting way over there, but it wasn't finished. And the main thing that we were doing, the main thing I was working on was the rock wall entrance. A couple platforms for an overlook, and then the rock wall went all the way down and around. This time, somebody said, like I said, they asked me if we could start a new map, work on it together. And there was a time when there was probably about, two or three people working on this map with me. So some of this build went pretty fast, but here the last few days nobody's been on it, so it's slowed down tremendously. But they helped out with this platform. It's all one platform from the ground all the way into like this whole entire platform you'll see. But you'll end up going in, and as you see, it's just a nice, big, humongous cabin. There's a room right here. You can get in. This will be a bedroom. A couple lookouts. You get the front window. And you get a nice side view of the ocean here. And you come over here, and there's 3 more rooms. They're all pretty good sized rooms. So I think this one might be the smallest, or they might be of equal size, I'm not sure. This one has 3 windows, nice views, lookouts. Get the front entrance with the bridge. And yeah, I mean, it's a really nice. I mean, it's still in the making. It's still in the works of being built. I don't have any furniture, any cabinets, medicine cabinets, any storage for food or anything like that. What I am planning on doing is right here in the center is have a big, humongous fireplace from floor to ceiling. And once I get the upstairs built, I'll have it go from that floor up through that ceiling as well, but have a couple holes in it, as you know, so that way you can see the fire. I didn't do that good of a job patching or having the ceiling match up with this floor. It's not straight. I tried to, but this is the best I could get it. It just kept fighting with me. So I just said screw it, and I just started laying the logs and went with it. As you see, each one of these bedrooms has good lookouts. And then, okay, can I get through this door, please? Thank you. Then I just close this off. That is the only way I can put this wall here. I don't know why it just want to go from here to about right here. Maybe it has something to do interfering with the door, something in the game. But staircase going upstairs. Then go out the back door here. Once again, if I can get through. Nice little garden area. Got 3 there and about 5 more over here. I think 6 more. 6 more over here. Then another water catcher here. So you got plenty. As long as you get seeds, you got plenty food, medicine. Because you know now you need aloe. You just show up here if you have any infections or whatnot. Everybody knows that pretty much for the most part now. So, but yeah, I got plenty of gardens for that. And then upstairs here, nothing really much up here. I'm still working on this top section here, getting it all closed in. So, but yeah, I'm hoping this all works out up here, because what I'm planning on doing is right where I put this. You see the blueprint barely because it's daylight. This blueprint here is basically, I'm not going to build on this center blueprint. That's basically where this section is going to end. I'm going to put a ceiling from down on that end to this point right here. This section is going to be all open, almost like a front patio, except for I'm going to have a platform here, and maybe a platform of some type right here. That way we have an overwatch on the whole front. I might not need it, but I think it'll look cool. And then that way we can possibly even get up here to the top here, maybe have some type of steps getting up top there. And using that, just keep on building up if we so want to, choose to. So yeah, so far that's basically what I've got done as of right now. And I need some food and water. I don't know how many pairs I got left. So as of right now, I'm still in building mode. I sort of I turned off the cannibals right now, the mutants, just so that way I can just build. If I had somebody on here, I'd say, hey, let's work together. Let's have some fun fighting some cannibals and stuff, and try to get this thing built. But for the time being, I'm just trying to get this, done as much as I can before I really went into this thing with you guys. I just figured since I'm here, I might as well try to work on it a little bit while I talked about it and see what all I can get done in the same amount of time. Not really planning on this being a long video. I just wanted to show you guys and give you guys the option if you'd want to comment on it, if you wanted me to continue with the castle themed map, or if you wanted to continue this one. And another thing is, it's a good thing that there's an update in the next 8 days, because you've seen everything that I built, and along with the 2 or 3 other people that helped out, you've seen everything there. But as you see, what comes with that is all the trees are gone. Everything down here is pretty much all gone, all the way back to here. I mean, it takes forever to get logs to the cabin or up to the storage yard. You see, everything is gone all the way up to this point. You might as well just say we're all the way to the front of the plane, which is down there, not too far from us, from this location. And then also up top, the same thing. I mean, it's starting to get to the point where if you're working on this by yourself, it takes a very, very long time to get any logs to the storage area or to the cabin to work on it. So what I've actually been doing is, since I've been working on this by myself, I've just been cutting all the trees up top. I've just been throwing them down over the cliff, which I see a glitch here. I don't see how that's possible, the sunlight coming through the cliff. But, oh well. But yeah, like I said, all I've been doing since I've been working on this by myself here lately, I've just been chopping down all the trees up top here. And then I just running them over here, and I just sort of, it's this point right here. I just chuck them down over the edge here. And then once I get a nice big humongous pile there, I just put them over in the storage area and make sure I get the game saved just in case it glitches out. This game really doesn't glitch out too often, if at all, but it does happen from time to time, especially with multiplayer. Single player, you never really have that issue unless there's something wrong with your computer. But yeah, as of right now, it's not glitchy. I see they haven't really had too much issue with lag. But then again, as I've been watching other YouTubers playing, supposedly the reason why the game lags as of right now is that's when all like the mutants, the cannibals, or whatever, spawn in. So since I have the mutants turned off right now, that's probably why the game's not lagging. So I see with how their line of thinking is a very good possibility on why the game lags. So let's see here. I'm just gonna bring one card in here. I might just end this video, but I just wanted to, like I said, give you guys the option. I want you guys to go ahead and let me know what you think on if you want to continue with this, or if you want me to go back to the castle theme. It's not really a castle theme, but everything is pretty much made out of rocks, which takes forever, but it looks cool. But or if you just want me to keep jumping back and forth, whichever one I prefer on playing on that point in time. But I'd like to focus on one and have you guys follow, and also if you guys play the game or want to play the game, You guys can join in at any time, and we can work on this together, which would be pretty fun. I've done a couple live streams, especially one with one of the guys I have on my friends list. Um, we had a live stream with like eight people. I mean, we built almost pretty much a city. I say a city, but it was one house, but we built so many structures. They were huge, and a lot of it was rock, most of it was uh, logs. But oh, what the heck's going on here? Alrighty, go ahead and drop this. That was kind of a weird glitch. But yeah, there's 8 of us working on it. I mean, we built so many things such short amount of time, and it was just awesome working with other people in this game, fighting cannibals, building. It was really nice. It was a nice change to the game. As you see, this tree here came back for me, so I did end up putting the sap collector back on there. I don't like using too many things on trees because that and the ground elevations, those are the two biggest things that change from update to update. Everything else is just minor little things, sound details, lighting textures, stuff like that. But yeah, the main two things that really change are, like I said, the elevation, the terrain, and the tree placements. Like, as you see, the tree's here this time, but in 8 days, 9 days, however long it is now for the update to come out, this tree may no longer be here, and my sap collector, just like in my other map with the rock wall, the sap collector will just be free floating in the air there. You'll still be able to collect tree sap somehow without a tree, but it works. And one thing I like about building here, you might be asking because my other video, I'm in the same exact location. They're like, people may ask, why don't you build out in the woods or, somewhere where the trees are closer, you don't have to go running forever. Because out here, there is a constant supply of food and turtle shells for water collectors. But also, when you build on the island, it's secluded. You don't have to really worry about any cannibals at all until you come over here. The only way they go over to this island is if they're coming after you and they see you and they can follow you onto the bridge, or somehow you run into the water and they're chasing you, and as you're swimming, I don't know how they do it, but the game allows it, but they run underneath the water and just keep following you to the island. There's only been a few times where the cannibals actually got over here onto this island, but it's very rare. So I like building over here. It's a big island. It's not really big, but it's a really good size island. And another good thing is I haven't done it yet. I've been really tempted to do it in the past, working on this island. But there's a bunch of other, you see these 3 other islands out there, and then it reconnects to the mainland over there. I actually want to try to build a bridge going from here, each one of them islands out there, and then back to the mainland, and just eventually see if I can just, try to wrap it all around. And I mean, if I can get some help, it'd be kind of cool to see if we can just keep on playing on this one map and just get a bridge that just connects all around the perimeter of the island. And also, maybe as we get up into, like, going through the island, have bridges, like, I don't know if you ever watched Hook with Robin Williams. It's a the 90s movie, but they, the Lost Boys, they had all them, bridges that went from, like, above the floor of the forest and just went in the trees and all through the forest. That way you can just run through, you don't have to worry about being on the ground at all. But I mean, that's just something that I just thought about. It'd be kind of cool. But it's one thing I don't like doing is swimming under the water. You can't see anything. But it is faster to get to the other side than swimming on top of the ground. Or swimming on top of the ground. Wow. Swimming on top of the water. So, anyhow, I think I'm going to get a little fire going here and get warmed up. And that's, piece of meat was kind of spoiled there. Didn't really do me any good. So, I think this is where I'm going to end this video, guys. So, as it's glitching out for some odd reason. But, wow. All this time of saying the game hardly ever glitches. And this is one reason why I like to save. Because you just never know when it's going to just act up like this. See if I can try to rotate my guy around here. I don't know what's going on. Kind of weird. It's never done this before. Never lagged this much. So, but yeah, anyhow, I'm going to figure out this and see what's going on with this. And I'm going to end it here. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And yes, let me know in the comments below as I figure out this debacle I have going on here, as I see somebody has came in and maybe that's why it's slowed down the way it is. It's never done that before either. Usually it's really smooth whenever somebody's online. But yeah, I'm not even touching the controls right now, and somehow or another it's just moving. This game's really glitched out right now. I'm still not touching any controls or anything. So like I said, I'm gonna let you guys go here, and let me know if you want me to continue on this map or if you want me to go back to the other map, and hopefully see you guys soon. See you guys later.